got a special guest coming on here in just a little bit. We're going to be hearing from Aaron Schwartz, who is, I believe, the air traffic manager for the Seattle region of VATSIM, also called the ZSEA ARTCC. And in about 5 minutes, we'll have him on the program, and we're going to switch away from the simulator, and we're going to actually switch on what's called VSTARS, or their ATC scope program. And so we can actually get a look at the aircraft that are going to be flying in, and you can learn a little bit about what it's like to do the ATC job at VATSIM. Hi, Aaron. This is Charles. Good to have you. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you bet. It's been fantastic to get VATSIM's participation. I mean, everybody's been so excited to join up and fly. I think a lot of people are missing it right now. One of the things that I learned talking with VATSIM was how many folks that are in the organization are involved in the real world of aviation. And so you've got so many people who make it a part of their lives that right now they're using VATSIM as kind of a way to get that feeling back. Sounds like your traffic is up and very vibrant these days.
Yeah, it really is. When people can't go outside, they got to stay home, and Batsim's their outlet. And a lot of times, also, it's kind of real world pilots want to see what air traffic control is like, or real world air traffic controllers want to see like, what flying is like, and you really can't have both in the real world. And so Batsim gives you that outlet to do both, which is awesome.
That is awesome. It's very cool. How long has VATSIM been around?
Batsim's been around since the early 2000s, about 2000, I want to say 2001 ish. They started as an organization called SATCO, and um, they're renamed to Batsim. So
Great.
very early 2000s.
Chelsea, if we can spotlight Aaron real quick so we can make sure that he's showing up first on the video.
Yep.
And I would like, because we didn't actually get to this, I would love for you to introduce yourself, Aaron. Tell everybody who you are.
My name is Aaron Schwartz. So I'm the air traffic manager at the Seattle RTEC on VATSIM. And so basically, I just kind of oversee the day-to-day operations of the air traffic control facility, the Seattle RTEC specifically. And so I control, I instruct, and you know, I love to control. And so that's my main job on VATSIM.
Fantastic. And how big is the Seattle organization?
So right now, the Seattle RTEC, we've got about 70 controllers on our roster, and so we've got a decent amount of those are staffs. About 10 of those are staff, and then the rest are just active controllers.
Very, very cool. It sounds like a lot of them got activated today for this fly-in, and I hear that the pace of events has been going up too. There was Stacked in the Seattle TreyCon, there was a PDX event, there's Open Mic Night I think I saw on the Seattle events page. So it's booming.
Yeah. A lot of people want to fly. These events have been drawing a lot of traffic, a lot more than we normally see on VATSIM, which is awesome, and it's providing a big challenge to controllers too.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm
so
sure of it. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, one of the things I'm trying to do in the background is I'm trying to launch VStars here and sign on. I'm not able to sign on as the observer. I'm wondering if I have to change, maybe choose a different call sign or something. I want
Um,
to be able to show everybody what the scope looks like.
right.
And if that doesn't work in the easy way, we can do it the hard way by doing screen share, maybe.
Yeah.
Let me see. So what I do, what would be my call sign to get in here? ZSE underscore OBS is what I was using.
That should work.
All right. Well, I'll hit OK, and I am logged out of XPilot. Well, let me see if I'm. Let me close
Yeah.
XPilot, and I'll press F12. Sign on ZSE OBS. So I see sign on ZSE OBS. Let me go ahead and just switch over to VStar so everybody can see what I see.
Are you getting some kind of error message or? Let me pull up the stream so I can see what you're seeing.
Hey, Charles, hit enter, and that should sign you out.
Boeing Tower would probably be a good option. See, Tower they provide the takeoffs and landing clearances, so that's probably the.
One four.
Tower 6 Delta Mike, going to be a full stop for us.
Roger. Epic 88 Lima, thanks for your patience. Cross runway 14 left, contact ground point enter.
Cross 14 left, ground point 9, 88 Lima.
Tower 9700 with you, visual 14 right.
And Charles, if you hit Control T,
9700,
you'll see
Boeing Field Tower, wind
traffic
0006, runway 14 right, cleared to land. Traffic is, if one aircraft in the pattern, runway 14
hit Control
right.
Tango,
One aircraft in the pattern, runway
that'll
14 left.
show the airplanes on the ground.
Clear to land, 14 right, traffic will keep an eye out, United 700.
November 13 Alpha, clear for the option, runway 14 right, stop and go unavailable.
Clear for the option 14 right for 13 Alpha.
Skyline 282 Echo Sierra, wind 006, runway 14 left, make left.
So the main display right there, where you can see the outline, you can see the Boeing Field airport layout, and so you can see the two runways there. You can see all the parking spots. You can see the taxiways, and so ATC will use this diagram to help aircraft taxi to the runway, have them take off, and kind of see where they are positioned when they're on final. So when they're approaching the runway to land, when they're taking off, things like that. Just knowing really where the aircraft are is a big thing. Correct. Yep, exactly. Yeah, for sure. A lot of the blue tags are like you mentioned are all the aircraft in the air, and ATC will actually vector them kind of on like a downwind leg and have them approach final that way. So it's a lot more zoomed out, but yeah, exactly.
Skyline 6 Delta Mike, base turn approved.
Attorney B, 6 Delta Mike.
We can't hear you, Charles.
Skyline 6 Delta Mike, when you're on final, traffic's going to be off your right nose, Boeing 757, short final, runway 14 right.
Okay, we'll look for traffic, 4576 Delta Mike.
Still no, Captain. Folks, for those who have only been hearing, excuse me one second. For those who have been hearing only one half of the conversation, it's not you, it's us. We're working on it. We'll be right back.
Yeah. So what you're seeing on VSTARS here is, like you mentioned, Charles, those blue aircraft, those are the aircraft in the air. And so those are the aircraft actually flying, and you can see the little stars there. That's kind of their track, their path. It'll show the direction that they're moving. If you scroll in on the ground, those data tags will show you the aircraft's call sign, the type of aircraft, and it also show their ground speed moving on the ground. That makes sense.
Come back with audio. If anybody's on the stream right now, are you hearing microphone audio from me now?
We got your audio, Captain.
Okay. Well, then it may just be a little OBS thing. The VSTARS thing is maybe not playing as well as it could. So we'll stay here. I think everybody's gotten a good sense of what the VSTARS system looks like. I would love to learn. Actually, the thing I wanted to say was that what I found fascinating is every one of those dots, every one of those aircraft, whether they're on the ground or in the plane, is somebody, a human being, on a simulator experiencing flying. They can connect from all the modern simulator packages, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Prepare 3D, X-Plane, and they can fly in the network and be connected with live ATC, just like we were doing up here at KBFI. That's right, isn't it?
Yep, exactly. Anybody, as long as you've got a VATSIM account, you can connect in a simulator, you can connect and you can fly, and it's truly amazing.
That's fantastic. Now, as I understand, it's a little bit more restrictive for the folks who want to be ATCs. There's a whole training program, isn't there?
Yep, exactly. So to be a pilot, all you have to do is sign up on the network, and you can fly anywhere, any aircraft. There's no limitations on flying. Air traffic control, that is restricted on the other side, where you have to you sign up with a region, so such as North America. You can choose a division with like the United States or Canada, and then you choose your specific area. So we call it an RTEC, or an Air Route Traffic Control Center. And so like here we're representing the Seattle RTEC, and so controllers who want to become controllers, they'll choose their RTEC, and if they choose the Seattle RTEC, they will go through all of their training. They start out working on ground, then they'll move up to tower, approach, and eventually up to the en route positions working set. So it's a very long training process, but it's really worth it in the end. And people who do it, most of them, they always do. They love it. So.
Well, I've been really impressed. I mean, just the little work that I did, this morning, working with the folks on ground and tower. They're professional, they're courteous, they know what they're doing, they handle a lot of traffic, and it's one of these things that you wouldn't know was around. You wouldn't know there's this whole network of folks that are doing this day in and day out and just having a great time and sharing the love of aviation and holding themselves to this level of professionalism. It's really just a delightful surprise to know that you're all out there. And I think the folks here, if you haven't checked out VATSIM, I think it's worth doing if you're interested at all in flying virtually and being a part of this community. So where do folks go if they want to learn more?
So to learn more, you can go to vatsim.net, and there's a lot of information about how to sign up as a pilot, how to sign up as a controller. Vatsim.net will outline all the procedures and policies you've got to do and guide you in the right direction.
That's really, really cool. Well, in a little while, we're going to have an interview with one of your colleagues, I think Vishenk Guy, who is part of the training organization. Is that right?
Yep, Vishenk Guy, he is one of our mentors. So he helps train new controllers to become a certified controller and be able to work on their own. So like you mentioned earlier about sharing the love for passion, Vishenk is one of those guys who really shares, the love of air traffic control, and he gives back to the organization by training new students how to become an air traffic controller. So
there's a whole big sort of community, and there's this circle of sort of giving back, and I mean, it's a full-fledged organization. It's global. Yep, exactly. Over 80,000 members total. 80,000 members, and all you have to do to be a part of it is just sign up, right? Yep, no cost involved. Very, very cool. Well, I hope that we'll help drive a few more folks your way who are interested in sharing this experience. I know that it enriched my flight simulator experience. Talking to folks on ATC, it just increases the feeling of being there so much. So I'm real grateful for the opportunity to fly with you all, and so glad that you could come on the show and tell us what you're all about today. Thank you so much, Aaron. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.